Hello, and welcome back to A Message for You. This is a general relationship checkup between committed relationships, whether it doesn't matter. Just if you're in a relationship and you were drawn to this, whether I don't care who you're dating, just make sure they're of age. Shouldn't have to say that in this day and age. Yes, I do have to actually have to say that in this day and age. We all get my point here. Doesn't matter where you are on your people that you doesn't matter. But this is just a general relationship check-in represented by the Emperor and the Empress, which actually came out in a reading for me. And when that came out, something said do a general check-in of people's committed relationships. So this is a general check-in of your relationship if you are in a committed relationship. This, if you have not met this person, this is not for you. If you are talking to them online and you haven't met them in person yet, this is not for you. If you are living together and about to get married, this message is for you. If you have been in a committed relationship for 50 years, this message is for you. If you have been living with your partner for who knows how long, this message is for you. Committed relationships. And I feel like I don't need to explain that, but for some reason I am. So here's what we got. First of all, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords. Where once there was balance, balance that could be juggled with ease. It's gone now, whether over money or whatever these things are. There have been some sorrows, some real major sorrows. And this isn't the kind where we're reflecting on these three cups here. We're actually waking up and seeing these two cups that are standing up. This is what this represents for me. This is how I'm reading this. Because for me, her tears are down here, but her tears are also up here. And when your tears are up here, that's when your head starts to swing back. And it starts to see those two cups. And I feel like whoever this couple is, you guys have been through some counseling. You have been through some deceit. You have been through some real time, I'm being told, judgment. Something has happened in your relationship, and this was not okay. Whatever this was, it is not okay. Was not okay. And I'm really and truly being told that even though you guys did try the counseling to rectify this, to see how you guys could come back together, it's not working. It's not working. And any wishes surrounding love that one of these partners had is done. They're done. They're done. They're done. So if you know you've been going to counseling and you did something wrong and you know your partner's only going to stand it for so long and you are listening to me, they're done. They're done. They're done. Although they do not have paperwork written up for a divorce yet, although they do not have anything written up for a separation yet, although they have not done anything formally, they are doing it. I'm so sorry for you, but they are. And you should be at least forewarned, because if this is the kind of thing where it's like you were dealing with somebody who was narcissistic, because this also shows somebody that's dealing with somebody narcissistic, or manipulative who's like, oh baby, come on, let's try, and now you're awakening and you're going into your Nine of Swords, realizing that, oh, I was worried about this, but it's really this back here. And yes, for me, upright and I don't read cards the same as everybody else, if that's what you need to know. I don't know who needs to know that, but there you go. So yes, you know, I want to say like a feminine made a wish upon a star for a masculine that was wonderful, and he came along and you thought he was everything, but he's, you know, he's just, you thought he was the wheel of fortune, you thought he was the world, and he turned out to be like a little boy. And take that how it resonates, because if you walked into a relationship and that person on the feminine side was acting the same way or whatever, you know, take that how it resonates for you, because if it feels right, take it. Because you can always swap words around. And of course, you know, not every part resonates for every person. Even when I listen to readings, I know that not every single part is for me. That's why when they all hit every single note, it's like, frig. Right, Fred? So that is your relationship update. Now, if you're listening to this and you're have been realizing, oh, you know, I think I'm doing this, or I should be doing this. This is your cue to wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Because although the decision hasn't been made, it's more than a thought that's there about ending your union and relationship. It's not incoming yet, but they keep showing me these doing this, an incoming message. So your person is 100% thinking about this. They are 100% in that headspace of, I don't want this relationship any longer and I need to move on from it for my own mental health and betterment. And when they come and tell you this, don't try to sweet talk them. Don't try to baby them. Don't try, just accept it, because this is what they want. At least get a reason as to why they want it. And when they sit there and they give you the reason for it, accept it. Don't try to argue with it, because they're seeing something that you're not seeing, because they feel the need to end this relationship because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. You're not doing the counseling. You're not doing the actions. You're not, and I'm not talking about buying shit. I'm just talking about, you know, you spilled juice on the floor, clean it up. You know, your spouse is not your maid. You know, lest you have that dynamic. And some people may. And if you do, make sure it's a mentally healthy dynamic. That's all I gotta say on that. But you know, this person's tired. They've tried, they've done the counseling, they've cried, and I'm not saying this is gonna be pretty. This is gonna be a lot messy, actually, because we have the messy Eight of Coins over here. And the Two of Coins reversed. So that's all telling me that, and that's all under the Nine of Swords. So that's all telling me that this is not going to be pretty. And if you want this to just be, you know, not as hard as it can be, don't be a jackass. Don't get, you know, if you know that's enough in child support and alimony, just pay it. If you know that you can legitimately live in another place and pay this alimony and whatever, pay it. Do it. Because The easier you make this, the easier it's going to be, because there are some people who are going to be dealing with a narcissist who are going to be so bound up and tied, this is just going to be a nightmare. But if you're not one of those people, try to make this as easy as you can, because you're going to be able to help those people get through this, okay? But that's what's going on. This fulfillment of a wish for marriage is ending because one of the parties is no longer able to be in this relationship. They are no longer content. They have tried to be content. They have tried to help this relationship and make this relationship grow. And either A, it's just not going to grow because you're just two different people doing different things, or one of you won't let it grow, or one of you is narcissistic so it can't grow anyway. It's just dead in the water, you know? Because a lot of people do have this idea that relationships are, well, I can fix them. No, I hate to tell you, you can't. If his drawers are in front of the toilet the first year you're married, and that's where they are, and you say, can you please put them in the hamper, and 5 years later they're in front of the hamper, that's as good as it's getting. It's not changing. And you've got to remember, there are things that if you want them to change, you have to change too. And in some of these relationships, it looks like people just didn't want to change and give, which means that's just not the relationship for you, because in the right relationship, both parties want to change and give. Both parties want to ride the wave. Both parties want to give 100% of themselves into that relationship canister and not 50%, because no relationship is 50%. And that's what this relationship is. This is a relationship that's just 50%. You know, you put 50% in, I put 50% in, and then our relationship canister is at, what is that? 50%, you know? Because you have to put yourself fully, you have to put 100%, no, actually it's 25%, because you have to put 100% of yourself into a relationship to get that relationship canister up to 50%. And then the other person has to put 100% of themselves in, because the amount that the canister for your relationship can hold is bigger than what you can personally hold. So you have to put 100% of yourselves in there, otherwise everything will fall apart. And I know that from fact. I had a marriage where he didn't want to put 100% in, and then I had a marriage where he did. And there's a difference. There's a difference. I've also been in the relationship that is absolutely wonderful, and then third-party manipulation out of a marriage. So, you know what I'm saying? So if you're sitting there going, my God, I think I need to do this stuff, start doing it, because you're neurodivergent and you probably are finally figuring out these are your rules and you have to do them. Go to your spouse or your partner and say, listen, I just realized I had to do this, and I just wanted to let you know I'm going to go do this now. I know I'm a little late to the game, but the more you tell them what you're doing and how you're thinking, the more they can help you around all of that. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but maybe somebody needs to know that, because you know, maybe there is that one person out there who's just like, yeah, you know what, I just need to start doing this because this is what they're asking. And then that person wanting to get the divorce completely and totally says, yeah, let's just not. You know, we're working on it better, which means that then you're more progressing. So take this how it resonates, and I'm very, very deeply sorry about the end of your marriage. But you know what? This is going to be better for you, because your next partner will understand those needs and you'll understand their needs, and you'll both be willing to put 100% of yourselves into that canister. Because right here it's very obvious that either one person was doing it, neither person was doing it, or nobody was putting enough in to actually have that relationship, because this relationship isn't going to succeed after a period of time if you haven't put enough in there. So that's relationships. Anyway, welcome to my relationship talk. Anyway, be good, behave, be happy, be yourself, and good night. God bless you. We love you. And I'm going to wrap this up here because I think I've said enough. And also don't forget to get your therapy, get your counseling. As a cosmetologist, I have never talked to a child that liked the 50-50 split and having to have everything at everybody's houses. Things just to consider. Those are just side notes. So, yeah. Anyway. Ooh, God, you guys got to get some talking out, too. Anyway, that is the update on your current relationship situation. Have a good night, everybody.